The popular antidepressant Paxil, we now learn, greatly increases the risk of breast cancer. The LA Times reports that a team of researchers has developed a speedy way to identify drugs and chemicals that can disrupt the balance of sex hormones in human beings and influence the development and progress of diseases like breast cancer. The new study singled out the popular antidepressant paroxetine, better known by its commercial name Paxil. Now, Paxil's been on the market since 1992. Almost a quarter of American women in their 40s and 50s are taking an antidepressant, mostly SSRIs. And you might suspect that women who have cancer would be much more likely to be depressed and to be given this drug as a solution. Now, the article points out that there was also a 2010 study that found that breast cancer patients in Canada who were taking Paxil were much more likely than those taking other antidepressants to die of breast cancer when there was a substantial overlap in their use of the drug and tamoxifen to prevent breast cancer recurrence. Big Pharma won't tell you this, but one of the best treatments for depression is walking. Walking doesn't just improve your mental health, it helps your physical health as well. But pharmaceuticals often destroy your mental and physical health. Not only does Paxil's estrogen effect increase cancer risk and mortality, but Paxil is in a class of drugs known as SSRI. InfoWars has reported for years that SSRI antidepressants like Prozac, Zoloft, and Paxil have not just made people suicidal, as the drug manufacturers are forced to admit, but has made them homicidal. Documented cases going back to the 1980s show the common thread in mass murders is that the murderer is often on SSRIs.
Knives, bats, rocks kill many times more.
Alex, let's talk about the guns.
It's not the rock. It's not the knife. When a mother chops her kids up with a cleaver because she's on serotonin.
Alex, tell me why I'm wrong.
Why don't you want to get rid of the drugs? Because they're half your sponsors?
No, stick to the subject.
America's #1 cause of unnatural death now is suicide.
Okay. Alex,
not automobile accident, not cancer, not...
You accuse me of attacking the Second Amendment of the Constitution.
I want to get people off pills that the insert says will make you commit suicide and kill people.
But now we have one more reason for you to stay off or to keep your loved ones off of this dangerous class of drugs. If the public won't listen to the documented link between suicide, between mass murder and these pills, maybe they will pay attention to another, more subtle form of mass murder: cancer-inducing pharmaceuticals.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the info war. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the info war to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.